Welcome back to another video essay on Pirkei Avot. We are now on the third text in the third chapter of Pirkei Avot. In this chapter, we have some earlier rabbis, some almost like first century rabbis, some really early rabbis. But we're going to now shift briefly for this text to the second century, really because of a thematic connection to the previous text. Now, the previous text we had discussed was Rabbi Hanina ben Tradion, Rabbi Hanina, the son of Tradion, in which he said, if two people sit together and there are no words of Torah between them, this is a session of scorners. But if there are words of Torah, then the divine presence resides amongst them. So, despite the distance of time, there is a thematic connection for this one. And this is by Rabbi Shimon. And what he says is, if three have eaten at a table and have not spoken words of Torah there, it is as if they had eaten sacrifices to the dead. As it is said, quoting from the book of Isaiah, for all tables are full of filthy vomit when the omnipresent is absent. However, if three have eaten at a table and there are words of Torah spoken amongst them, it is as if they had eaten at the table of the omnipresent. The blessed be he, as it is said, and he said unto me, this is the table before the Lord. This is from the book of Ezekiel. So this, Rabbi Simon, takes the saying of Rabbi Hanina ben Tradion and makes it from 2 to 3. And just as I had mentioned, yes, in the previous video essay on that second text in the third chapter, the sense here that we get, because the overarching dominating value of Pirkei Avot really has been the study of Torah. That is the one overarching theme. And what the one difference, not just going from 2 to 3, which is a difference from 2 to 3, but there what Rabbi Hanina ben Tradion is talking about is simply two people sitting together. Here Rabbi Simon, or Rabbi Shimon, is saying as if three are eating together. So it's not just sitting, but even eating together, and using these scriptural quotes from these prophetic writings of whether it's eating these tables full of filthy vomit, because the omnipresent is absent, versus here, the table before the Lord. And the idea is, look, Torah for the rabbis here in Pirkei Avot is such a huge value. If people are getting together and eating food, there should be Torah spoken amongst them, and it brings God to the table. That otherwise, were God not to be present, it's interesting, because Torah doesn't, it's an interesting concept, talking about Torah, and it's as if God then, or the divine presence resides amongst people. But if people are eating, these Jews here are just eating and no words of Torah, it's unfortunate and it's devoid of God. Now, of course, again, I think even Rabbi Shimon would acknowledge that plenty of Jews sit and eat and words of Torah are absent. It happens. But I think he's saying he wants that it's an aspiration that Jews, when they sit together, should speak Jewish stuff, right? Torah is to be discussed. And it's a way of bringing the divine presence to the table. Really interesting words from Rabbi Shimon. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching.